Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Pluto of Pluto's Muse here, back with another timeless pick a card reading, and this one is a special collaboration with none other than Jay of Planet Jay. I love Jay on this channel. This is the second time that I've collabed with Jay. I'm so grateful that Jay hit me up. Today we are doing two videos that are being inspired by Pluto in retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. This is a transit that will be occurring from May the 6th to October 15th, and this will be significant, especially with it being in the sign of Aquarius. Mid-June, I believe, we're going to switch into Aquarius North Node, so on a collective level, this will be felt, but of course on an individual level as well. I think a lot of us will be going through periods of self-reflection, shadow work, and even some level of purging when it comes to our previous beliefs, identities, and systems that we've set up within our friend groups, social networks, and overall communities. So this will be very interesting to see, to feel, and to process while we're going through it. Jay is going to be covering her portion of the reading, which is where are you currently outgrowing your previous timeline? And I will be covering the topic of what are you forcing and how should you flow? All right, so you have 6 options to choose from on the screen. Please choose more than one if you feel drawn to more than one. And if you enjoy this reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Thank you so much, Jay, for collaborating with me again. Let's get started. Hi, Pile 1. You're the pile that chose image 1. Before we actually get into this message, we're going to get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. But also, this is, if you didn't watch the intro, this is a collaboration with Jay of Planet Jay. And she is going to be covering the topic of where are you currently outgrowing your previous timeline. So right after you watch this pile, you definitely should watch her reading. Or if you are coming from her reading, welcome to my channel. But the link is in the description as well as the comment section. Now, numbers that are relevant in this pile. I'm seeing 8, 47, 25, 42, 15, and 6 as relevant numbers. All right. Could be birthdays, could be ages. Somebody could be a Leo or a Virgo, a Libra or a Taurus, Scorpio or Sagittarius, Cancer or Leo, Cancer or Gemini. I'm seeing 666 out here. So somebody in here could be seeing the angel number 666. Somebody could also be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Libra heavy, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo moon or any fixed moon, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius moon could be significant, and Sagittarius, okay? So, pile 1, what are you forcing and how should you flow? First off, let's get into what you are currently forcing. So, pile 1, it seems like your energy is, or whatever this thing that you're forcing is really invested in the dynamics of family. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how exactly to pinpoint what it is that I'm picking up on. This could be in regards to your literal family. This could be in regards to your community, as in a work family or friend group. And yes, those are like the main 2 that I'm picking up on. But for a lot of you, this is like your literal family. Something that you're forcing is the desire to be accepted and or supported in your growth within your family dynamic. Okay? So I know for somebody in there that might sound like, like why would that be a forcing thing? It would be considered forcing if you know for a fact that whatever path you really truly desire to be on isn't in alignment with your family. All right. Somebody in this pile, your desire to be supported by your family outweighs your desire to be in alignment with your purpose and your North Node. And I'm not completely sure if there are certain restrictions that your family has when it comes to their belief systems or maybe the way of living or maybe even like how you choose to show up in the world aesthetically. There's something here about you having a vision for yourself that you want to achieve. But whatever this vision is that you have, it's one that you also want to have amongst your family. And I feel like this potentially could be a reality for you, but you won't be able to be accepted for who you are if you continue to stay in the comfort zone of whatever it is your family likes. There's some sort of box that you're meant to break out of that you may have to break out of on your own. So if you are currently like living in the same state as your family, living in the same house as your family, investing a lot of time in your family, but again, desire to like grow outside of a certain belief system or grow outside of a certain career path or however it is that you choose to show up in the world. This could even be a sexuality thing. Like there's certain aspects of your identity or your personality that do not align with the fundamental values of your family. And a lot of you are currently holding back from putting your energy into certain career paths, certain projects, certain things that you feel intuitively led to invest in. Like there's this energy here of you, like, I'm not trying to say, because not everybody in this pile has like a bad family, or like your family is not, like your family might not be the worst people in the world or anything like that. Some of you may have issues with your family. If you have issues with your family, it's specifically with a mother figure or some sort of feminine energy. So this could be like an older sister, an aunt, a mom, could even be a wife, okay, or something like that. I'm not sure, but I feel like for a lot of you in this reading, there's things that you desire to invest in, businesses that you want to build, relationships that you may want to build, hobbies or opportunities that you want to pursue, that you still want to pursue or build within the same environment as your family, or within the same type of structure as your family. And I just don't think that that is working. Okay, it looks like it's not working. The reason why it's not working is because there's too much investment in other people's desires and or expectations for you to achieve these goals. I think your imagination spans past whatever it is that your family visualizes for you, pile one. I think your family has a specific vision for you, and maybe there's a part of you that wants to fulfill that vision, but your actual purpose or destiny in this lifetime is not one that fits into this box of their expectations. And for some of you, this again could be like in the sense that this is related to your career. Maybe there's a career path that you want to take that, like, let's say this, okay, this isn't for everybody, but hear me out. Let's say you want to be a musician, right? Let's say you want to be a musician in this pile, excuse me. And some of you want to make music from your own personal experiences or from a very raw and real space. You want to make music that connects you with the whole of the world, or that will impact people of different cultures and different backgrounds and things like that. But you come from a family that is very fixated in a certain religion or political party or demographic of people, and they would be uncomfortable with you making that type of move. Okay? You could be someone that is interested in a genre of music that your family does not listen to or support. You could be someone that wants to make content around topics or things that you are very passionate about. But again, outside of your family dynamic, or within your family dynamic, excuse me, they would not support this. They don't even talk about it. Or if these topics are brought up, they are very uncomfortable with it, or they have very strong opposing views from what you have. But the issue here is that some of you really love your family, or at least feel very comfortable around them. So you are willing to subdue your personality and or dim your own light just to stay around, just to be included. And again, this does not have to be your literal family. This could be a friend group. Some of y'all choose to hide your whole personality or your likes or dislikes or passions because there's this energy here of wanting to keep up with the Joneses or keep up with the crowd. Like, for some of you, there's people in your life that, again, like maybe your parents really support you when it comes to your finances, or, you know, these are the people that you lean on when times are hard, or these are people that you may even view as more successful than you. But whatever it is that you want to do, this is a path that does not align with where you currently are. So how you should flow or what energy you should be moving towards is one of self-reliance. I feel like whatever goal you have, pile one, whatever vision you are holding, it really requires a certain level of discipline. So you're not going to be able to do this and just like go back and forth, teeter between two timelines. No, there's a need for you to get very serious about what you want to accomplish, have full confidence in what it is that you're pursuing, and for you to detach yourself, reclaim your energy, and pull your investments back from the people that do not support this thing. All right. Now I'm picking up on pride. Pride could be an issue for you. And pride is not a negative thing. Pride is attached to what you're proud of. So again, maybe this previous reality or this identity that you've created around your family or this previous group or community is something that you are proud of, right? Maybe if this is like a job space that you're in, you're very proud that you have gained a large following, right? Or maybe this is a group of people where you've gained certain accolades and you are your mother's pride and joy. You are your father's pride and joy because of these accolades. You are in a friend group and everybody loves this thing that you're currently doing. Everybody loves the things that you've already invested in. But there's a part of you that knows that if you choose the most authentic path for yourself, it may not be something that these people are proud of. At least not initially, right? Because something that I feel like you need to take into context is the fact that some of these people won't cheer you on while you're pursuing it. But as soon as you look like you're successful, of course they're going to want to be around you. I see a lot of you pursuing a path or needing to pursue the path regardless of how people feel initially, because the end goal is really where you want to go. And honestly, it's the foundation that you actually crave within your family dynamic. A lot of you think you want this acceptance from this group of people and you think you want to feel safe in this environment. But all of this desire to stay where you are in your south node, it looks like, all of this desire to stay included in the group is more so rooted in fear of failure. Because if you were to pursue what you'd really want to do and succeed, you would absolutely not want to be where you are. You wouldn't want to be wearing the mask that you wear. You wouldn't want to be playing the role that you play. And you damn sure wouldn't be worried about appeasing your family. Okay, I think you do want to make your family proud, or I do feel like there's a part of you that, again, has some level of pride attached to what you've already built. But what you should be focused on or how you should flow has more so to do with you allowing yourself to be whatever it is that you want to be, being more confident in your imagination and your creativity and allowing your energy to speak for itself. Okay. Like, this is giving me the vibe of someone that, like if you are an artist of some sort, or if you are someone that's really creative in this reading, instead of treating the creativity as a side project, making it a main priority or pouring a lot of energy into it will not only give you the success that you need, but it will fully integrate it into your personality. Some of you are like meant to embody your art. Every day should be art. Every day should be whatever it is that you're passionate about. Every day should be a day where you're expressing your pride in whatever it is that you do. Again, outside of what you've attached to an old identity. Also, a lot of people in this pile, there's a need to change your definition of success. Because like I said, I think some of you, your definition of success is tied to how your family view you, how your community views you, or you being able to fit in with these people. And ultimately what's going to make you happiest, but also what's going to make you feel more aligned is you taking time to be patient with yourself when it comes to fully embracing this new version of you. Whatever path that you're pursuing, being willing to go at a slow pace. Even if initially you don't see the progress that you want, being willing to go the long haul and continue investing and just having faith that the universe and the divine and God or whatever it is that you believe in is supporting you. Like, you may not get the support of your family or your friends initially, but knowing that the divine is supporting this purpose is really going to get you far. And it's funny because something that I feel like you need to lean into is your faith, is your belief system. Maybe the thing that is dividing you is your belief system. Okay? Whether you are someone that is religious or someone that is more spiritual, I feel like there's a version of yourself that you're not fully embodying in your current reality because you want to fit into your family. You want to fit into certain communities. You want to make sure that you are, that you're not causing some level of friction for other people. But who it is that you really want to be is someone that has 100% confidence in the fact that this is something that you are being supported in by the divine, and that you are on the right path because you trusted your intuition. Some of you really want to trust your intuition, or you're being asked to really trust your intuition. You're being asked to really trust your guides. Some of you work with the archangels. Trust your angels. Yeah. Trust your angels in the pursuit of whatever this is. Hold your vision. Don't give up on your vision. Some of you are about to give up on a vision or are willing to change the vision just so you can fit in with the group. And you're being told not to do that. No. You're supposed to shift into the reality or the energy that you really want to embody and have full confidence in it. And maybe gain a new sense of pride in you choosing yourself rather than you fitting in. Yes. Because even if you are someone that tends to feel a little isolated or weird or different, like somebody in this pile, I definitely feel like you don't fit in. But it's funny because maybe on a physical level you fit in. Maybe you look the same as everybody else around you. Or maybe there's something here where it's like you choose to have a regular job and show up a regular way. And, you do fit in with the horde of people that you're around on a physical level. But spiritually, possibly even intuitively and creatively, there's something that is not like the people around you. And you're meant to embrace that. All right? That is a superpower. You're meant to lead, not follow. And currently you are following. If you're not listening to your intuition and you're staying on a course or in a path or in an environment where you're not being challenged to change or evolve or be the version of yourself that you really want to be, then you're stagnating yourself. Yes. Yeah. All right. It's almost giving like you are your worst enemy in this pile. So that's all that I have in this reading. If you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Hi, pile 2. You're the pile that chose image 2. Before we actually get into this message, we're going to get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. But before I get into your actual reading, so many layers. Before I actually get into your actual reading, I want to remind you guys, if you didn't watch the beginning portion of this reading, that this is a collaboration with Jay from Planet J. So some of you definitely need to check out her portion of this collab, which is titled Where Are You Currently Outgrowing Your Previous Timeline? It will be linked in the comment section as well as the description box. But yeah, so check out her portion after this reading, or if you're coming from her channel, welcome to my channel. And let's get into what it is that I'm picking up on. So numbers that could be relevant, I'm seeing 34, 13, 39, 32, 11, and 21 as the most relevant numbers in this pile. You could be those ages, born on those days. Somebody in this pile could be a Cancer or a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aries or Taurus, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio, Sag, Aries, Pisces. I'm seeing Libra moon, Virgo moon, and Gemini moon as being significant. So you could have that. Somebody else could. Also, Pisces moon is out here. And Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are most significant. Could be in your chart, could be in someone else's chart. These signs are relevant. Now, pile 2. Pile 2, I actually felt kind of sad pulling for your pile. Not because, maybe some of you are sad. Okay, some of you could have moments where you feel kind of sad about life, about love, about anything in particular. or nothing in particular. Honestly, you could just be someone that struggles with feeling sad at times, and I get it. But for a lot of you, there's a strong theme or message in this pile specifically around societal expectations. And what I mean by that is like the beauty standard, keeping up with the Joneses, or staying in the rat race. Like, some of you in this pile are stuck in a cycle, and the cycle has a lot to do with whatever it is you define as success. Now, this theme is probably going to run throughout the reading, but for your pile in particular, I'm getting like there is a certain reality that you view as successful, or certain things that you believe are like the standard that you really have a hard time with releasing. And it's almost like you've convinced yourself that this is just what you're supposed to do. Like, this is just how you're supposed to live. Like, there's no other way to live outside of meeting the standards that are set. Right? So you're not going to look bad aging. Somebody in this pile, you do not want to age badly. You are not going to let yourself go, quote unquote, let yourself go. You don't want to look like you're falling behind when it comes to being successful. Like, or there's certain goals that you want to achieve that you define as being successful that you have to accomplish. All right. If if everybody else has a certain degree, you had to get the degree. You have to have that degree. If everybody else is keeping up with their diet a certain type of way, you have to have that diet. You have to keep up with that. Like, I'm getting somebody in this pile. It's so funny too, because it's like, I think that consciously, you know that you have a choice. And some of you may even tell yourself like, oh no, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just doing this because, I want to look pretty, or I'm just doing this because I want to have this amount of money by this age. Like, I'm even getting some of you don't want to, it's like you don't want to wait too long. I wouldn't be surprised if you are a feminine that chose this pile. You could be a masculine as well, but this is giving me like the idea that like, oh, you're getting too old to have kids, or that's really old to be getting married, or, do you really want to start that at that age? Like, I'm getting something here about aging. Something that you're forcing yourself to not do is age. But it's not giving me like you're keeping your inner child alive. This feels like someone that is trying to meet all their goals before a certain age, or who is actively trying to age backwards, and or like achieve certain things before, again, a certain age. And this isn't like, I'm not saying that everything that you're doing is wrong, pile 2, but the energy that they're telling you to flow into is way more related to yourself. So something that you may not actually be acknowledging is that all these things that you want to achieve may not actually be what you want. It's almost like you're succeeding in certain paths just purely out of fear. There's a fear here of not being successful. There's a fear here of somebody calling you out for, failing in a certain arena of life, or having certain issues. Like, I feel like some of you are really worried about what other people are going to say. So like, if you're not making a certain amount of money by a certain age, you're like, oh, I gotta lock in and have this job because I need to have this money, because the last thing I need is for somebody to tell me that I didn't achieve this goal. Or some of you are like looking at yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to make sure that my skin is good because I don't want to be old. And then someone says, oh, your skin isn't as nice as it was when you were younger. Like, I'm getting like some of you could be, some of the dialogue that you hear in your mind is not real. A lot of it isn't real, actually, unless you're like watching certain things on social media. Like, maybe some of you are watching things on social media that are telling you this, okay? Whether it's like videos of men or women saying like, oh, by this age, if you don't do this, then no one's going to date you. Or if you don't have this by this age, you're not a good adult, or you're not this. Like, I feel like there's certain things that you are trying to uphold within your own life that are really keeping you in a state of restriction. You feel trapped. Somebody in this pile feels trapped. And it's funny because you're forcing yourself to stay in that trap. Because in your mind, it's like the goal is success. As long as I reach this goal, I will be successful. You know, I'm getting the scene of Euphoria where like Cassie's in the mirror doing that nighttime routine. I didn't even watch Euphoria like that, but I know that scene is like really well known because I think she was doing it so that she would look good for Nate or something like that. Somebody in this pile, you might be like that. Like you might be someone that like is keeping up everything about yourself or trying to make sure that you are not I keep wanting to go quote unquote letting go of yourself, like, because what defines letting go? Like there's a part of you that believes that letting go of yourself would be accepting yourself. This doesn't mean that you let your health fall to the wayside or that you go broke or something like that if you let go, but it's like for some reason I think that's what you assume is going to happen if you start to love yourself more. Somebody in this pile, the more you pour into yourself and what you want, like it's really not that complicated. Your solution is not that complicated. Some of you do not need to be in a job that is heavily based around like criticism or something like that. Like, don't get me wrong. If you are someone that like works in an industry where you have to work with other people and they give you, you know, some critiques on certain stuff, I mean, that's understandable. But somebody in this pile, like I'm getting, there are certain critiques that you're having from people, maybe because you're interacting with them so much that it's just like adding on to the burdens that you're already carrying. You're carrying so much. And then it's funny because like even in the process of you caring so much about how other people outside of you view you, you're also like, and I also have to be spiritually aligned, and I also have to be, and I'm just getting like it's too much pressure on being a certain way for you. What you're forcing is perfection. You don't need to be perfect. You don't have to have the degree and be at your tiniest weight and have the clearest skin and also be very woke, but also be very focused on the 3D. And like, I'm getting like, you want to be the every woman. You want to be the every man. You want to hit every point perfectly. And you only want to hit every point perfectly because there's a fear here of people calling you out. Like somebody in this pile is afraid of being called out. For somebody in this pile, you might even be afraid that people will call you out for being sad. Because like I said, I was picking up on this sad vibe, and I almost get that some of you are distracting yourself with this stuff because you are sad. I'm not sure what you're sad about. I do feel like there's a need for you to know that your external world a lot of times is a reflection of what's going on internally. So again, for some of you, you may feel like you're not reaching certain goals and you're not showing up in a way that people like, and, you know, people don't like you and all of this stuff. But I think it's an internal dialogue. Some of what you're experiencing is an internal dialogue. The part of you that feels like you won't receive love if your skin isn't clear and your body isn't tight and your hair isn't long, or, you know, whatever it is, whatever part of you that's saying that, that is from yourself. Nobody else is saying that. And if you're around people that are saying that, the way that you need to flow is get away from people like that. Forgive them. Forgive them. These could be people that are also feeding into that same type of structure that's been built by society. But you got to break out of this. This is giving the Matrix. Somebody in this file, are you in the Matrix? You might be. I don't think you've realized that the things that people deem as important are not as important if they don't add value to your life. Like, not everybody is meant to live by the same blueprint. And this is important for you to know. Not only that, there's nothing wrong with aging. We all get old. We're all going to get old either way. So it's like there's something here about you trying to achieve certain goals. Like, you know how they have awards for certain things, like 30 under 30, like Forbes 100, or all these different things. Like, there's something here about you wanting to meet those standards. This also gives me the vibe of like all the people who are on social media who are like millionaires and they're 20. You know, like I feel like some of you are like, I'm supposed to have that amount of money already. I'm so old. I'm doing so much and I haven't reached that goal. And I should have this amount of followers and I should have this amount of support, clients or support and all of this stuff. And I feel like you will, pal, too. I feel like you will gain the support of people and love of people that you desire. But it's going to come from you going within and showing yourself more compassion. Yeah, you need to love yourself. Like, some of you need to, like, I'm not going to tell you to just up and leave everything that you've built behind. But some of you are definitely like being told to wipe the slate clean mentally. Whatever desires you have to achieve right now, some of you need to take a second to like really sit with yourself and think, is that really what I want? And if it is, how can I prioritize it in a way that does not make me feel like I never get to rest? Like I never get a chance to just be me. Like somebody is really trying to keep up the perfect image in this pile. Yeah. I also get that some of you are trying to keep up a perfect image because there are people that you're comparing yourself to that you may not feel are like, you may not feel like you're on the same level as these people. I don't know if this is in a career field or just in life in general. Like some of you are seeing people who are very successful in your eyes and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm nowhere near that. You know? Oh my goodness, they have that car. I don't have that car. That means I'm not successful. Oh my goodness, they've achieved that goal. I didn't meet that goal yet. I'm not successful. Oh my gosh, they look so good right there. I feel like I need to still lose this weight, or I still need to grow my hair out, or I still need to, like, there's certain things that you feel like you need to do that for some reason you assume are like, they equate to success. There's things that you feel like you need to achieve and do that equate to success for you. But it's like because you've seen other people get that success, because you've seen other people achieve that goal, because there's a part of you that subconsciously believes these people are better than you because they have those things. But there's a need for you to know that you're just as important, just as special, just as successful as those people. Those people are regular people. Those people are regular people. Yes, those people are regular people. It doesn't matter. Think of the most successful, prettiest, most beautiful person you could think of in the world right now. The same person, whoever that person is for you, that person has bad days. That person has off days. That person wakes up and maybe their breath stinks. You know, they might have a pimple. They might not have met a goal. You know, there's certain things that these people don't achieve. It doesn't mean that they're not still aiming to achieve it, but I'm kind of getting the vibe that you're trying to do everything at once and you need to be a little nicer to yourself. I'm just getting somebody in this pile needs to be nicer to themselves. And some of you, again, I don't know if you work in a job where you have to talk to people a lot or if you're always on the go or something like that, but somebody in here might need to aim to work from home. Yeah. Somebody might need to work from home instead of working out in the world. Or like finding a job where you don't have to be so focused on what other people are doing or comparing yourself. Like this could be a passion project that you start for yourself, or it could just be like any regular job that you feel is supportive of your healing. But I'm getting like some of y'all need to separate yourself from the people or the platforms even where you are triggered into competing. Yeah. And it's funny because the competition is not really like, I don't feel like you're competing because you want to beat anybody. Like nobody in this pile is really trying to beat anybody. You just don't want to be left behind. Yeah. Like the last thing you want is for somebody to call you out for being different or behind. So this is why you keep up. But your spirit team are saying you don't need to keep up with this. You need to just love yourself. You've already achieved enough. You've already proved yourself. You know? Somebody in here might also need to forgive themselves for being so hard. Yeah, like you don't show yourself enough compassion, pile 2. So what are you forcing? This definition of success. You're forcing these goals to be accomplished. You're forcing yourself to overexert your energy so that nobody knows that you're actually sad, or so that nobody thinks that you are a failure. I'm also getting so nobody knows that you don't know what you're doing, or that you don't know where you want to go. Somebody in here is like subscribed to a lifestyle or a way of living that may not even be what they actually want to do, because you haven't spent enough time focused on you. You're more focused on what other people deem as success and not what you actually like. Like, do you know what you want to do in your career? Do you know what you want to look like in the next couple of years? Do you know where you want to live? Like, I'm getting somebody in here. Do you know yourself fully? You might have to take some time to focus more on yourself. Yeah. Like you might have to not see certain things through. There's certain things that you're focused on achieving that you might need to just let go of, because it's a detriment to your mental health and possibly even your physical health, depending on what it is that you guys are doing. I feel like you've been getting signs. Your guides are giving you signs. The angels are giving you signs. You're seeing synchronicities and things that are telling you like, hey, love yourself more. Hey, don't be hard on yourself. Hey, focus on you. Hey, don't try to compete. Hey, don't do this. And I feel like you're still in that bubble of like, no, I have to. Like a hamster wheel. You're like, I have to meet this goal. I have to do this. I feel pulled to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. And it's like some of you are equating your feelings, like certain feelings that you're picking up on. You think that these are like intuitive nudges, but I think it's anxiety. Yeah. Your intuition wouldn't feel so loud. Some of y'all, you're like, this must be an intuitive nudge. But it's like, I think your anxiety is telling you that you have to do this. You have to do that. You have to get this done. You have to do this. Yeah. So go easy on yourself, pal 2. Not every goal is going to be met within a year. Okay? Or whatever time span that you're aiming for. And some of these goals may not even be what you want. So take a second, go within, forgive yourself, and figure out exactly what it is that you want outside of what you've been taught to want. Okay? That's all that I have in this pile. If you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Hi, pile 3. You're the pile that chose image 3. Before we actually get into your message, let's get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. But also, if you didn't watch the intro of this reading, then you may not have known that this is a collaboration with Jay from Planet J. So somebody in this pile, you need to go to her channel and show her love. You need to go to her channel and show her love on her video. She is going to be covering the topic of where are you currently outgrowing your previous timeline. Excuse me, my throat got dry. Where are you currently outgrowing your previous timeline? So if you are coming from her channel, welcome to my channel. But if you haven't gone to her channel after you watch this pile, definitely go check out her portion of this collab and leave her some love. Leave her some love on her channel. Now, numbers that are significant in this pile. I'm seeing 3. I'm seeing 9. I'm seeing 30. I'm seeing 44. I'm also seeing 27, 1, and 41. These are relevant numbers in this pile. Somebody could be a Aries or a Pisces. Someone could be a Virgo or a Libra. Someone could be a Pisces or an Aries again. Yup. A Leo or Virgo. Aquarius or Capricorn. I'm getting Taurus and Gemini. Someone could have a cardinal moon. So Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries moon could be significant. As well as Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. And that is it. So if you are those signs or dealing with those signs, that may be relevant for you. Trigger warning. Trigger warning in this pile. I don't think it's going to be too triggering, but this may be something that needs a trigger warning. So I'm getting two different messages when it comes to what you are forcing. These could both be true, or only one of these are true. Okay. But somebody in this pile, I feel like you are in a state of waiting. Some of you are waiting for love to come in. Okay. Some of you are really sad about your love life currently. You may feel like you're not receiving the attention or the love that you desire. But there's also a part of you that isn't open to dating. Like, you may be connecting with people, but it's almost like you could be connecting with people, but I don't think you're connecting with the people that you want to connect with. Like, maybe you are connecting with people on a career level, or maybe you even date people at your job. Pile 3. Some of you could be dating people at your jobs, or there's like this energy here of wanting to connect with more people that align with you on an emotional level, but you might not be focused on emotions. Like I'm getting the vibe of someone that's a little bit judgmental towards people who are more friendly or more childlike. Like, some of you are aging yourselves a bit. Okay. Like, maybe you're looking for a husband or you're looking for a wife, but you're not willing to get to know people, different types of people. The people that you're getting to know are not in alignment with your love of self. They just may fit some sort of mold that you have for them, or maybe even like an expectation that you have from other people. Okay? So somebody in this pile is seeking love. I'm getting that heavily. Now, that really wasn't the portion that was triggering. Sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny about that. That's actually not the portion that was triggering. The portion that I'm picking up on that's like another side of the coin that might be a bit triggering is somebody in here really wants to have children. Okay, I'm picking up on someone that really wants to have children. Maybe you already have children and you want to have more children. Like, you want to find a partner to have a child with. Because I think your last relationship didn't work. Like, I'm picking up on like a single parent or someone that's currently co-parenting, and maybe your child's father isn't the best or something like that. If you're not co-parenting or if you don't have any kids, you could just want a child. But again, it's almost like this energy here of wanting a child and waiting for a child and kind of like waiting for this next cycle of life to start. But in the process, you kind of are neglecting your inner child. Like, this feels like another child or a child would not help. Okay? So if you are wanting a child, or if you're like looking for a partner to be with, because maybe you're like, if we have a child and we have a life like this and we do this, then I know I'll be happier. I know life will get easier. Like, some of y'all could actually be going through it a bit when it comes to your emotions. And like I said, either there's a part of you that is like hyper focused on finding a long-term partner, but from a space of fear, or you are wanting to have a child, but again, from a space of fear. Somebody's also judging people for being like not focused on these things. Like, somebody in this pile, you could be like upset at people who are being a bit more childlike or free spirited, or who aren't focused on these things that you're focused on. Maybe these are the type of people you date. Maybe you date a lot of people that are childlike to you or immature or anything like that. Like you feel like you haven't aligned with the right type of person. You always feel like you're with people who aren't reciprocating. Or you always feel like you are dating people that don't fully care. And I feel like it's because there's something here about your inner child. Rather this be you trying to have a child, like hurry up and have a child, or you wanting to hurry up and get married, or hurry up and find someone who, I don't know. Like I'm getting somebody wants to escape through love. And it's nothing wrong with you pursuing love, but the way that you're going about it is a little wrong or a little off. Like there's something about it that's off. If you're trying to date and connect with people because you are disappointed with how a previous relationship went, or if you're trying to have kids with people, or, you know, trying to hurry up and have kids because, again, you are upset with your dating life prior to this cycle that you're currently in, a lot of you are needing to focus on healing your inner child. There's some sort of trauma around your inner child that's making you feel this way. That's making you want to chase love, or making you want to have a kid, or making you judge people for like enjoying their life and not locking in to what you believe is right. I don't know if you're judging everybody. You might just be judging the people that you're dating. Like maybe you're dating people and you're like, you're not taking this seriously enough. Like you're just being so childlike and happy and having fun and all of this stuff, but you should want to get married. You should want to have kids. You should want to be structured. Like somebody in this pile, you might really be like, you should want what I want to people. Okay? Some of y'all could be, some of y'all could operate like that with people. And you're waiting for someone to be on the same page. Like you're like, who's going to want to get married? Who's going to want to have kids? Who's going to want this? I'm getting like, you shouldn't even be thinking about that right now. Somebody in this pile. And I don't care how old you are. You could be young or old. If you're young, you're aging yourself. If you're old, I still feel like you're aging yourself. Somebody is telling themselves like that they're not going to have that. So they're trying to force it. They're trying to rush it. They're trying to hurry up. They're worried about their biological clock. They're worried about their friends that already have families and already have this and already have that. You know, this is something that you could be forcing. Another group of you, though, like I said, if this isn't about you forcing love or having a kid, it's almost like somebody in this pile is trying to... Somebody in this pile really wants to be seen as desirable, but for their more traditional and or structured qualities. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. You being structured, you being more traditional. For a lot of you, the reason why you're so structured and traditional is because of the amount of adversity you've had to face throughout your life. Some of y'all have been through very, very hard upbringings. All right. Or you've had to face a lot of chaos throughout your life. And now you've become very structured and very stern. And that's why you kind of judge people that are a little bit too childlike when they're an adult. But for a lot of you, that is trauma. Like your response to people being quote unquote immature to you is trauma. Your frustration with people who don't want to have kids or get married right now is probably trauma. Not because you don't deserve those things or shouldn't have those things, but I kind of feel like your guides like are wanting you to know that whoever you're trying to keep up with, or whatever type of ideal you're trying to keep up with, it's not attached to a soul family that you actually resonate with. For some of you, this could even be like who you're choosing to date. Some of y'all could be mad at the demographic of people you date. Okay, I don't know what race or culture you're from, but maybe you're like, all these men from this race do not want to lock down and, you know, get married and da 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 da. Like some of you are upset with certain people, but some of you need to expand past whatever group of people you're trying to lock in with. okay, or who you're trying to pin down. Again, I feel like for a lot of you, your reasoning for wanting to be married or wanting to be in a relationship or wanting to have a kid or anything like that is really rooted in trauma. Somewhere inside of your existence, you were taught that having a partner and having a kid and maybe being in alignment with someone that wants to marry you or getting engaged and all of that stuff, I feel like something inside of you told you that that was success, or that meant you were winning. That meant that you were doing the right thing. Others of you, you might not be dating. You might be the type of person that's like, I really aim to work hard and focus on my structure and all of this stuff. And I don't play games. I never played those games. I never acted immature because I was taught that this is the way to live. But it's like, in you maturing yourself early, you've been looking for like love. You've been like, how come nobody wants to love me? How come nobody wants to date me? This could even be like, you could be like an old soul, pile 3. Maybe you aged early. You know, you've been through so much. So the type of experiences you've had, have aged you. And now you're a little bit too mature for your demographic of people. People in your age group may not fully understand you or like the things that you like or want the things that you want. And you could be judging them for like enjoying their life or something like that. Or even if you're older, who knows? But I kind of get the vibe where it's like, instead of you judging or trying to force people to get on your same path, you need to accept the things that aren't working out, or the people that don't want to work with you, or the people that aren't really aligning with you. And you need to venture off into areas of life that you don't fully know yet. You need to explore unknown territories. Some of you need to address some sort of mother wound that you have. Okay? This desire to have this structure or to find a partner or to lock somebody down may even be rooted in maternal trauma. Like, I feel like it's okay for you to date and connect with people, but maybe don't date people just so you can have a kid, or don't, like try to get to know people and see if they actually align with you. For some of you, the aim may not even need to be you like getting in some sort of committed relationship just yet, because I feel like if you're committing out of fear, that's not good. You need to get to know people. Yeah. You need to get to know people and like really get to know them. You need to get to know them and get to know yourself as well. You need to be willing to date people and connect with people that you've never connected with before, or who make you a bit uncomfortable. Like, you need to be challenged. And some of you need to be challenged by even entertaining people that, again, like maybe the relationship isn't going to end up in marriage, but you're just getting to know them, you know? Or maybe this friend isn't someone that you would normally hang out with because you're more focused on work, but they'll send you to events or take you out to places that you've never been before. You know? I'm getting something like that. Like maybe you're doing things that potentially won't help you find the husband or have the kid, but you're still enjoying your life. Like, there's a need for you to just enjoy your life and your human experience without feeling the pressures of, I guess, like familial trauma. This could be societal pressure as well, but I'm not really getting that. I'm getting somebody feels like they failed themselves in the past by having like a child with someone that wasn't that great. So they're like, I need to find a better wife. I need to find a better husband. That's one of you. Another group of you is like, I focus on money. I focus on everything because I've had a hard life, but I hate that everybody else is so playful. But who wants to date me? Like, is anybody going to want to date me? And it's like, a lot of people don't even feel like you want to date. And you do, but I feel like a lot of people don't know if you want to date. You haven't found your person because you've put your person in a box. Your definition of what you want is like a specific box. You're not willing to venture outside of that box. Another group of you are really wanting to have a kid and get married and all of this stuff, but it's like a way of running away from some sort of childhood healing you need to do. You need to be working on your inner child in this pile. You need to be finding more passion and fun and all of this stuff within your life, whether it's through hanging out with people who are a little bit more jovial or childlike, or just by you pursuing things that make your inner child feel good. Yeah. And you don't need to rush sleeping with people or having a kid. Like, I'm getting that real heavy. You can have a kid if you feel the environment is right. But if you're just having a kid for the sake of having it, you're worried about getting old, or you hate that everybody else is having marriages and all of this stuff and you're ready for one, or like, I'm getting something here about somebody trying to rush or again force themselves into a certain way of living that I don't think that you are fully prepared to receive just yet. You might look good on the outside, but emotionally, there's some things that need to be processed. Uh-huh. There's some things that need to be processed. There's some things that need to be accepted. Like around your past, around your upbringing, around old relationships. Like, there's things that you need to accept about those experiences instead of running from them. Mm-hmm. I think you should be grateful for everything that you've experienced and all the people you've came into contact with, and even the time period that you've been alone. You definitely should be grateful for having this period to get to know yourself if you haven't already. But for a lot of you, it's like right now you might be in this state of like, woe is me, my life is always hard. Why is dating so hard for me? Why is having a kid so hard for me? Why didn't I have the ideal relationship in the past? Why aren't people attracted to me? I work so hard, I do this, I do that. Shouldn't I be ideal? I feel like you are making life a little harder than it has to be. Mm-hmm. Because you are staying stuck in what you deem as like the right path when you should be venturing off into other areas, connecting with people you've never connected with before, or having conversations and experiences that you probably don't view as valuable because maybe they're just for fun. Maybe it's just to make yourself feel good. Maybe it's just to get to know your inner child a bit more. Some of y'all had a hard upbringing. I almost feel like you didn't get to be a child. And I know a lot of people have been watching that Michael Jackson movie. Love Michael Jackson. Somebody could be a Virgo. I know a lot of people have been watching the Michael Jackson movie, and we're being reminded of the fact that he's kind of been stunted emotionally because of his experiences. He was still very emotionally intelligent, but like how he showed up in the world was a result of him not having as much of a childhood. Some of you could be that way. Some of you could be very childlike and all of this stuff, and maybe feel like other people don't want to connect with you on that level. But I'm almost getting the opposite. Somebody has like aged themselves, like became very mature because they didn't have a childhood. So instead of it being a thing where like you got to indulge in all the fun stuff that you wanted to do as a child, some of you are like operating as an adult. You might not even be that old, or maybe you've always had to operate as an adult even when you weren't one. And it's like now you're wondering why everybody else is having fun without you, or you're not connecting with certain people, or why you haven't found the right love. And it's because there's a version of yourself that you haven't fully tapped into, because you may judge that version of yourself, or you don't fully understand it. You're not connected to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's many different perspectives in this pile, but overall I'm getting, stop forcing yourself to be more structured or in a relationship and having the white picket fence and all of this stuff if you haven't found the right person. Okay? There's a need for you to take better care of yourself, or to focus on loving yourself for now until you align with someone that nurtures you and your inner child. Some of y'all need to tend to your inner child. Your inner child wants to be married. Your inner child wants to find a parent for a child. Your inner child is what is really craving some sort of partner, because maybe you were neglected by a parent. Maybe you didn't have that experience growing up. I don't think this is just you wanting these things. I feel like your inner child is like, please find me a father. Please find me a mom. Please find me someone that will take care of me how I've had to take care of everybody. So you could be rushing love and forcing things that don't need to work because you just want to get out of this cycle of not finding the right person or not being saved or anything like that, not having the time for self-care. Others of you, I'm getting, if you're not seeking love, you're just judging people for having fun. And I'm getting that you're supposed to be joining in. Yeah. Like you're waiting to align with the right type of people, but the right type of people might be the people that you're avoiding. Because those people actually could be doing the things that you're afraid to do. But you're judging them. Because maybe you judge yourself. Or maybe you're afraid that these people won't like who you are. I feel like they will like who you are. You don't have to be around people that just fully don't align with your morals. All right. Or you don't have to be having like casual smecks and doing anything crazy. But you should be connecting with people. Connecting with people that support your inner child healing. Connecting with people that accept you for all that you are. Connecting with people that can empathize with what you've been through. Yeah. So that's all that I have in this pile. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Hi, pile 4. You're the pile that chose image 4. Before we actually get into your message, let's get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. But also, if you didn't watch the intro of this reading, this video is a collab with Jay of Planet J. Her video should be linked in the comment section down below, as well as the description box. But the title of her video is Where Are You Currently Outgrowing Your Previous Timeline? So if you want to see the second portion of this collab, or if you're coming from her channel, go ahead and check out her channel. And thank you so much for coming over here. All right. Definitely show her love. But numbers that are relevant in this pile, I'm seeing 21, 40, 36, 45, 1, and 24. Okay, somebody could be an Aries or a Pisces, an Aries or Taurus, a Virgo or Libra, a Virgo or Libra again. Yep. Aquarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Gemini. Somebody could be a Taurus moon. I'm also seeing Aries again, Aries, Leo, Sag, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus as being significant. Now, pile 4. This is another pile where I feel like I have more than one angle that I can take this reading. And for some of you, this is going to be about a friend. For others of you, this is going to be about someone that you could be in some sort of like casual dating, friends with benefits, situationship type of arrangement with. Okay? So for somebody in this pile, and I don't know if this reading is going to be triggering, or this message is going to be triggering. So if it is triggering, I really do not intend to trigger you. But I just got to tell you what I'm seeing. All right. So for somebody in this pile, I'm picking up on some sort of connection that you have in your life. You and this person have very significant differences between each other. Even if you're of the same race, same culture, same background, it doesn't matter. I'm getting that there are specific differences between you and this person. This could be someone that you had some sort of significant life experiences with. Maybe this is someone that you grew up with. Maybe this is someone that has been there for major events. Who knows? Could even be there currently while you're going through major events. And this is coming from the friend angle. However, some of you are clinging to this person even though they don't treat you well. There's something here about this person not really treating you well, or some of you allowing this situation to kind of stay in your life even though it's blocking you from your own growth. Okay? Now, what I mean by that is I'm picking up on something here where somebody is very beautiful. I feel like both you and this person are very beautiful, but somebody in the dynamic feels like the other person is doing better than them, either doing better than them financially, looking better than them, living better than them. This could be a feminine on feminine dynamic. This could be a masculine on masculine dynamic. This could be a feminine and masculine friendship. Doesn't matter. I'm just getting somebody in a dynamic that you have believes that another person is doing better than the other. And I'm assuming it's you. I'm assuming that you are currently friends with someone that at some point in time, maybe you really value this person. For a lot of you, there's a certain level of you kind of like, I almost want to say like romanticizing this person a bit. Doesn't mean you actually wanted to be with them romantically, but for some of you, you might have. Some of you may actually like this person. And there's a part of you that feels like if you're not attached to this individual, you're not going to see the money or the progress that you want, or like the status and the life and the opportunities that you want. I'm picking up on this energy of you feeling like this person is somehow attached to your success or your abundance or your happiness, and this connection is keeping you stuck. So again, if this is a friend, from a platonic standpoint, you may feel like this friend is very valuable. There are certain things that y'all don't really agree on, or that you know, it's not giving like, oh, we butt heads sometimes. No, I'm getting like fundamental issues. Maybe this person doesn't agree with your spiritual beliefs. Maybe this person doesn't agree with your sexuality. Maybe someone is bothered by your, I don't know, your friends, the other friends. Somebody could be bothered by what you like to do as a hobby, or vice versa. Like, you and this person have things that you don't agree on, but somebody is always willing to forgive another person because they feel like they benefit somehow. All right. And I know not everybody in this pile is going to like want to agree to this. But this definitely could be a thing. I'm assuming it's coming from your standpoint. Now, if you are the person that is being seen as the more valuable one, you may know that you have a friend in your energy, and it seems like it's someone that is physically attracted to you, or like likes the fact that you're beautiful, likes the fact that you get attention. This person likes to cling to you for these reasons, and you may also cling to this person for these reasons. Like, there's this energy here of both of you mutually being codependent on each other. But something about the dynamic is really stagnating you, or stagnating this person. Like, some of you may even feel like you're enabling this person. If you're going towards certain goals or reaching certain achievements or going after certain dreams, this person is like living vicariously through you. And they're like, oh, I'm not smart enough to start that channel. I'm not pretty enough to start that thing, but you can. I can't do that. I feel like some of you either have someone around you like that, or this is your vibe. Some of you are around someone where it's like you are willing to ignore certain issues that you have with this person because you think they're beautiful, because you feel like they get a lot of attention, because they have certain privileges that you believe you wouldn't have without them, whether that's true or not. For those of you where it's coming from a romantic standpoint, the same sentiment is there. However, I kind of get the vibe where like you could be dealing with someone where, even if these aren't like fundamental differences that you have with this person, for some of you, there are very like very significant differences. Like, this person may really not like certain things that you like, or they like certain things that you don't like. Like, there's something here about this person embodying something that you feel is valuable. But again, you're either clinging to them or they are clinging to you. It feels like what's valued, though, is very superficial, Pile 4. I'm not going to lie. I feel like some of you are clinging to someone that you like the money of, or you think is very beautiful, but maybe this person has different political views. Maybe this person has different religious beliefs. Maybe this person is, I don't know, like this person could even be a little racist or something. Like, there's something about this person where you and them don't really have the same type of vibe, but you cling to them because there's benefits, or at least perceivable benefits. And again, whether it's romantic or platonic, I don't think that you're actually benefiting from being in the dynamic. Like, I think you are, but it doesn't look like you actually are. If anything, this person is benefiting off of you being so forgiving of them, or like a cheerleader of them. This person benefits way more off of you being there than you do them. Yeah. But I feel like you don't see that because some of you are struggling with feeling secure. And again, you may feel like you're benefiting off of the dynamic because it's like, well, this person's really pretty and they get these things and I get these things because they get these things. And, we have these experiences, and yeah, I don't know if I'll make a lot of money if this person isn't around, or I don't know if I'll have these same opportunities if this person isn't around. Like, there's something that you benefit from by having this person around, but I don't think you really benefit. And if this is a love situation, for some of you, it could even be as serious as like, you really catering to this person, wanting to be with this person, loving on this person. Some of y'all are friend zoned. Others of you, I'm getting like, it's not even that you're friend zoned. It's that this person does not want to go any further than lust or any further than anything casual. But again, you feel like it's okay to wait around or forgive this person. Because in your mind, it's like, I guess you're trying to love this person unconditionally, or you feel like you're willing to just go with the flow. Yeah. Some of y'all are willing to just go with the flow. For somebody in this pile, not all of you, God forbid, but for some of y'all in this pile, it could even be as deep as like, this person has kids with someone else, or is currently pregnant, or is moving towards like a whole new relationship or anything like that. And I feel like some of you are either friends that still want to be connected to this person, or you are like a side person or want to be with this person. And again, I don't think that this connection is moving in the direction that you want it to. So if it's a friends with benefits, they're not taking you as seriously, but maybe you're waiting for this person. Somebody feels like this situation isn't over, and it feels like it's you. For some of you, maybe this person feels like things aren't over and they're still fighting for the connection, but it kind of feels like it's you, because we're talking about what you're forcing. So if this is a friend, you could be connected to this friend for the wrong reasons, for very superficial things. You feel like this is someone that you need to still be attached to. You feel like this is someone that you benefit from being around, but I don't see that happening. If anything, you're missing out on your own opportunities and blessings by being attached to this person, or by being like a cheerleader for this person and not focusing on yourself. For others of you, I'm getting that if this is a love situation, again, some of you may be waiting for someone to accept your love or receive your love, and because you're really attracted to them, and maybe you feel like this is someone that you're supposed to be with for financial matters, or you've been through a lot with this person or something like that, and you're willing to learn through love with this person. But I don't know if you're supposed to be around this person. Something could have happened when it comes to a familial dynamic. Like, maybe something happened with your family, or something happened with like, something major could have happened, and it made you realize like, it's feeling like a family thing. Like, maybe there was a passing, again, trigger warning. Maybe there was a passing or something significant that could have happened in your life that made you view this person differently, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, maybe this person was here for some sort of major ending for you. Others of you, this person may not have been there for you. But again, I feel like if they were there for you, you're clinging on to that, even if the relationship is toxic. But if they weren't there for you, it seems like you're still around them, even though something about the dynamic is off. I feel like somebody is putting someone else on a pedestal. Like, they're like, this person is my savior, or this person will save me. This person will help me. This person will get me to where I need to go. And I don't know if that is the case. Now, how should you flow to get away from this type of energy? Some of you, if this is some sort of casual relationship, and you're like living in a town because this person is still there, and you're hoping that this person will commit to you, or you're not dating other people or moving forward because you're hoping that this person will commit to you. I feel like your spirit team really want you to commit to yourself. The amount of love that you have for this person is something that should not be taken lightly. And not because it's just for this person, but your capacity to love is not a joke. I feel like a lot of you are very heart-based people, and I don't know if this person is operating in the same energy as you. This is someone that really likes you for lusty reasons, or really desires to be attached to you for some sort of benefits that they gain when it comes to their ego. And maybe you connect to this person because, again, maybe you're attracted to them, or maybe you feel like this person can help you out financially or give you certain connects or whatever it is. But I feel like there's a path that you're meant to be taking that does not include this lusty dynamic. And if this is someone that you're like waiting to sleep with, or you're like, I want to connect with them because I'm so attracted to them. Like I'm getting someone is attached to someone from a very, again, superficial space, whether it's platonic or romantic. Maybe this is like a friend that always pulls guys, or is always getting attention for being beautiful, or is really desirable to people. Even if it's not a physical desire, it's like maybe they have money, so everybody likes them because they have money, or everybody likes them and they get a lot of attention. Some of you are attached to this person and you no longer align with them. But instead of just going your own path and maybe like being like, we're on different paths, I got to do my own thing, you're choosing to stay. So some of you, you are being encouraged to go your own way. I have a feeling that this person may try to return to you. This person benefits off of you somehow as well. For some of you, like I said, it could be a thing where this could be like a side piece situation. For some of you, this person is in a relationship and you've been wanting to be in a relationship with them, but they're not leaving that relationship behind. So they're going to try to come towards you because they don't like their relationship. They don't want to be in it, but they don't want you to leave either. For others of you, I'm getting something here where it's like you may receive communication from this person if you cut them off. I feel like for a lot of you, you're supposed to cut this person off. You're supposed to set a firm boundary with this person or cut this person off. Some of you need to tell this person, listen, we're not that compatible. I think we should find new friends. Others of you, it's a thing where it's like, hey, listen, I'm not going to be the side piece anymore. I'm not going to be an option. I think we need to go our separate ways. Hey, I don't want to be in a sex-based relationship. I would much rather find a proper partner. I would much rather take care of myself. I would much rather heal than engage in this, than belittle myself, than sacrifice my authenticity so that you're comfortable. Like somebody in here, you're really convincing yourself that the payout of this dynamic is better than whatever type of differences you have. But for some reason, I'm getting like a message here where it's like, you're not going to get what you think you're going to get in this dynamic. That's what I just keep getting. Like, I don't know what you think you're going to get. I don't know if you're telling yourself like, oh, we're going to be friends and it's going to be okay. Or, oh, we're going to date and they're going to want to marry me one day. Or, oh, if we're doing this, like, it won't be that bad. Something's going to happen where it's like, you can't do this no more. Yeah. It'll just become very clear, like, you can't do this anymore because this person is building on the family. You can't do this anymore because this person did something petty. Again, like maybe they did something, they weren't there for you during a time where you really were going through something with your family or emotionally. This person for some reason feels like a big distraction from what you need to be focused on. And like maybe there's a part of you that feels like you become attractive by proximity. You become important by proximity. You are of more value because you're around this person or something like that. Like I'm getting that vibe. You have more connects because you're attached to this person. You feel like you are thriving when you're around this person. But again, I feel like you would thrive more if you focused on yourself. You would thrive more if you found more people who are in alignment with your beliefs. You would thrive more if you were committed to someone that actually was as committed to you. So what do you need to stop forcing? Superficial connections. Hanging on to people because of what they have or how they look or how they make you look rather than who they are on the inside. This person, whoever this person is, they have some level of status or authority. And you could have status or authority too, but maybe this person has more than you. Or maybe this person is like, I don't know, I'm getting like, they're more, to you, they're more attractive. To you, they're more desired. To you, they're more accepted. And if you don't stay attached to this person, you will not receive the blessings you're supposed to have. That is a lie. That is a lie that you're telling yourself. You may not know that you're lying to yourself, but it's a lie because it's coming from a space of you not having the confidence to do it on your own. You know how some people say, like, you can't be mad at people for the decisions that they make through the lens of their trauma. Some of y'all have some form of trauma that's keeping you attached to this person. Like maybe you were never made to feel beautiful. So the fact that this person is giving you attention, you're like, wow, even if you're in another relationship, you think that I'm attractive. Oh, wow. Like you must really like me. Even if you are this attractive and have all this attention on you and you ignore me sometimes or you treat me bad, but you know, you still talk to me. Wow, you must really like me. Like, I feel like somebody in here is like telling themselves like, you must really like me. But it's like, are they really liking you though? Are they really taking care of you? Are they actually valuing you? Is this someone, look, not my throat. I just saw 2121 on the time. Somebody could like 21 Savage. But like, is this someone that you, I don't know, is this someone that you feel you could actually build a life with? And not like from the superficial standpoint, but I genuinely feel like based off of their morals, their values, the conversations you've had and everything, do you feel like this is someone that you could genuinely build some sort of life with as a friend or a lover? Because I feel like it is that deep. Some of y'all feel like it's not that deep. It is that deep. Oh, it's not that deep. We're just casually dating. But you want to go somewhere. You want to go somewhere far with this person. You want things to move further. Or maybe they do. They want things to move further. But you know it's not really compatible. You know it's not going nowhere. So you shouldn't cling to this person because you feel like they are capable of giving you more. Something that you can't get on your own. That's not the reason to cling to this person. Or because you're attracted to them or whatever it is. And for those of you where you're the one that has the power, you don't need to cling to this person for the ego stroke. Somebody could be attached to someone for an ego stroke. But this situation is not going anywhere. And if you are the one that's attached to this person for the ego stroke, Pile 4, I have a feeling that like something may happen where you move forward. Maybe you get into a relationship or you decide that you want to do something different. And this person's going to be deeply offended that you wanted to move forward and maybe get married or anything like that because they thought that they were going to be with you. So it's better to nip it in the bud now than to make this person feel like it's going to be anything more than what it is, or vice versa. This person should be nipping in the bud. They're not being honest. So you got to be honest with yourself, boo. All right. I hope that wasn't too bad. That's all that I have in this pile. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Hi, pile 5. You're the pile that chose image 5. Before we actually get into this message, let's get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. Also, before we actually get into the reading, if you didn't watch the intro of this reading or haven't checked the title or anything like that, this is actually a collaboration with Jay of Planet J. So if you would like to watch her portion of this collab, definitely check out the link in the description box as well as the link in the comment section to visit her video, which is the topic, where are you currently outgrowing your previous timeline? All right, so you should definitely check out the video. Show Jay love if you get on go on her channel, excuse me. And if you're coming from her channel to my page, thank you so much for coming over here. Hopefully you enjoy your time. Subscribe if you do. And let's get started. So I'm seeing 14, 23, 26, and 4. I'm also seeing 41, 48, and 16. Oh, 24 as well. Okay, so, those could be ages or days or, I don't know. Someone could be a Taurus or a Gemini, a Cancer. No? Oh, yes. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo or Virgo, Aries or Taurus, Sagittarius or Capricorn, Cancer or Leo, Capricorn moon in specific, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay? Pile 5. This is an interesting pile. And the reason why it's interesting is because it's either one or two things going on in this pile. Either some of you did not like a message that I already gave. Either some of you did not like a message I already gave, because I'm kind of getting energy from another pile. Either some of you didn't like that message. It's not funny. Either some of you didn't like a message from another pile and you came to this pile and now you're going to receive the same type of vibe. But less of the same type of vibe and more of like a confirmation that, you know, this is something that you need to pay attention to. Or this is about someone in specific. Some of you have someone around you that's very intuitive. Very intuitive. This could be a friend. This could be a lover. For most of you, this is a friend. But whoever this person is, some of y'all are not listening to this person. And it doesn't have to be me, but for somebody in this pile, I'm kind of getting a vibe where like, some of y'all, you could have heard a message from me and you didn't want to receive the message. This could be around your love life or a connection that you're entertaining. Like somebody in this pile, you could either already be in a relationship and it might not be the relationship you're supposed to be in. It could be something that you're forcing. Or maybe there's a relationship that you want to be in and you're forcing it. And somebody is telling you like, hey, trust your intuition, don't talk to this person, or, you know, this is the truth of the situation, focus on yourself, focus on what's right, move away from the past, move away from this cycle, and you're not listening. Like I'm getting somebody is getting advice on what to do next in a situation, or somebody in your environment is trying to tell you the truth of something, and somebody else is feeding a delusion that this cycle that they're in with somebody is not going to be for long. Okay? Yeah. Like some of you could be telling somebody that some sort of cycle that you're in with someone is not going to be for long. Or you're trying to convince people that, and you're ignoring the advice of someone else. If not me, other people. Some of you have people in your energy. It's so funny because I literally just saw a song and I sent it to my sister. For some of y'all, your sister could be significant. Your sister could be the one that's giving you advice. But I saw a reel, and I have to figure out what this lady's name is, but she was performing a song live, and the basis of the song was her seeing her ex. Like, the storyline in the song was she saw her ex out in public, but she didn't approach her ex to say anything because she realized in that moment that she probably didn't actually care about that person. And this is after people had repeatedly told her, like, this relationship is not supposed to work out. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the type of person that only likes to listen to people who are going against something. In fact, that has gotten me in trouble many different times. I'm the type of person where it's like, I'll find out for myself, right? Which is completely fine. I feel like a lot of you, maybe that's how you're in this situation now. You're with someone where it's like, I'll find out for myself. You could be getting advice on a certain person and you're like, nah, I'm gonna find out for myself. I don't care. You know, this unrequited situation won't be a forever thing. Or if this person is cheating and they haven't left their wife yet, that's not a forever thing. Or, oh yeah, I mean, I feel like this person, like, you know, I'm getting like something here about you empathizing with people and putting yourself in situations where you really don't have to be because you care and you're stubborn. Somebody in this pile, you're stubborn. You don't listen. You don't listen. You don't listen, and you may lie to yourself. That's not for all of you, but I'm getting that. Somebody in here, you don't listen and you might lie to yourself. To the point where it could even be like, you could be in situations where you're really stressed out, like it's affecting your mental health or physical health. Some of you, you could be in situations where, like, you know what this is giving? Again, please don't be triggered. But I'm even getting something where it's like, some of you really want to be with somebody to the point where you're willing to wait. Like, you just feel like this person is someone that you're supposed to be with. And maybe you do have a friend, or you have a reader or a therapist, or who knows. You have somebody that you come to talk about this stuff too. And you might be telling this person about the things that you've been through with this individual. But I feel like when you tell this person about all the stuff you've been through, like the good and the bad might be outweighing the good. The bad really might be outweighing the good. This person may be seeing changes in your mental health or your physical health that you aren't taking as seriously. I'm even getting an energy here of like an okay, another trigger warning, like an STD scare or like an actual STD. Some of you could have received some sort of scare or an actual STD from this person, but you are like sticking by them. You still love them. You still want to be with them. And I'm not getting like some, oh, it happened unexpectedly in a very weird way. No, I'm getting like somebody in here could be in denial of like a cheating situation. This could actually even be someone that you live with, or like a literal spouse, y'all. And I'm sorry if that is the case. But somebody in this reading, you may be staying in a connection and trying to convince to other people that like, no, it's meant to work. No, this person is meant to be. Or again, maybe you're watching readings or listening to readers or even listening to me. And maybe I've given you advice on somebody and you're like, no, that's not true. They are a good person. And, you know, even though these readings are general readings and I don't know any of you personally, I care. I actually do care. You know, I may not have to talk to you in a one-on-one session for me to actually care. I care about y'all. If I give you any advice in these readings, it's because I don't want you to do something that you shouldn't be doing or that isn't going to benefit you or your healing journey. You know, these readings are not for likes. I appreciate when you like them, but they're not really for likes. It's just to get the insight out that you need to hear. And if I cover a topic, I want it to be accurate. I want to be honest. I want it to be accurate. Somebody in this pile, somebody has given you advice on something. Could be about a job. Could be about a relationship. Could be about a living situation. I don't know. For some of you, could be about a marriage where you are not in alignment. Yeah. For some of you, again, like, you could be dealing with someone that's very lusty. Some of y'all could be really lusty. No shade. Because even with the vibe that you're like staying with this person, it could be a situation where like, yeah, your health has been at risk, but you're kind of like, but this person just does me so good, or this situation is just everything that I want. I feel like your way of moving forward and flowing forward, like where should you flow? How should you flow? How you should flow forward is you need to trust the people you truly feel at home with. Yes. And you need to retreat and or disconnect from the people that have ultimately betrayed you. Somebody in here might need to get a divorce or a breakup. Some of y'all might need to get a divorce or break up with somebody that has put your health at risk, or who is not honoring your emotions. Yeah. You need to stop ignoring the signs. What you need to stop forcing is this connection. If somebody is doing you dirty or has put your health at risk or is bad for your health in general, no need to empathize. And like I said, I'm picking up on something here about like either you lying to yourself or some of you being in denial about like a lie. Like, but it's because there's like this energy of you really wanting to be attached to this person. Some of you are dealing with someone where you really want to be with them. Or you really feel like this is someone that, I don't know. I don't know if you've convinced yourself that it's love and it's not as well. Like some of you have someone that really loves you around you that's giving you advice, and you're not listening to that person because you're really attached to someone that you have a more lusty connection with. So someone that loves you is telling you that someone is lusty, and you might not be listening because you really want to be with them. Or you really like, for a lot of you, this person is attached to your south node, or they keep you in your south node. They keep you in your past life energy. They keep you attached to an old version of you. This could even be a friend, y'all. That's why I said, like, some of you, it's not your actual partner that's shady. This could be like a friend. Like maybe you have a friend that you're like, nah, this really my homeboy, or nah, this really my homegirl. And it's like, that friend is putting you in danger. That friend has like put your health in danger. That friend has, I don't know why I'm getting like imagery of like friends leaving people at bars, or like allowing, like, especially when it comes to girls, like, you know how girls have like girl codes. So like if you're around a girl, it's like, okay, I might not know this woman at this restaurant, or I might not know this woman at this bar, but if somebody does something shady, I'm looking out for this girl, right? I'm getting the vibe where like some of you have a person around you where you're like defending this person, or you're like, no, I really like them, or they're not that bad, or something like that. Whether it's a love interest or a friend or whoever it is. I don't even get that it's like a no, I really like them. Some of y'all are like just telling people about, either you're telling people about the people you're dealing with that you're dating. Like maybe you're having some sort of casual exchanges with people, or you're not really taking your love life seriously right now. Like you're in a phase of life where you're just doing your own thing, or, you know, I'm getting something here about your health real heavy in this pile, y'all. So I don't know whether you're putting your health at risk by dealing with someone, and I'm getting literal health. It could be mental health too. It could even be spiritual health. If you're dealing with someone that's very lusty, or you're dealing with someone that has cheated on you or anything like that, you never know what type of energy or entity this person is bringing back. So somebody in this pile, like you may have someone around you that's been giving you advice on like not talking to someone, or no, you shouldn't entertain that person, or you should consider another person, or you should divorce them, you should get away from that person. Somebody's been giving you advice and you may be like ignoring it. But I feel like you'd be better off listening to the advice that's being given. And possibly like moving towards your friends or the people that love you. Yeah, I'm just getting that real heavy. Stop investing in people that don't love you, or people that lie, or people that have cheated in things. Yeah. If you're the type of person that cheats and lies and all of that stuff, maybe somebody's telling you to stop being that way. And maybe there's a part of you that's like, I'm almost there. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. But it's like, some of y'all, you need to stop. And you need to go towards something new. I don't feel like it's you that's being this way, though. I just feel like you're going along with someone else's shenanigans. If someone else is like a player, I'm hearing a rude boy. Somebody could be a rude boy. Somebody else is a player or a rude boy, or like they're just dogging people out. Some of y'all are like, I like this person though. Like, I'm gonna consider this person. I'm gonna date this person. And your friend's like, you deserve better. You should break up with them. You shouldn't deal with this person. Some of y'all need to like take that advice. Yeah, because you need to heal. I think the only reason why you try to stay attached to this person is because there's a part of you that doesn't feel seen by either anybody else or just in general. You don't feel seen. There's a part of you that feels like people don't see you properly, or like that people don't, maybe people aren't loving you right, or that's what you think. Like in your mind, you're like, this is the only person that's been loving me right, or this is the only person I feel connected to, but I don't know if that is good. I think somebody in here needs to work through some sort of familial trauma. Yeah. Because maybe some of you just didn't feel seen growing up. Like this could have to do with like a household. Some of you didn't feel loved or seen growing up. And maybe somebody is telling you that. This could be your sister. Your sister could be telling you like, listen, we got trauma in the family. Don't repeat the same cycles with this person. And you're like, no, they're different. I don't know. I don't know if they're different, y'all. So, how should you flow? Focus on the people that are found family, that are looking out for your well-being and have your best intentions at heart. Disconnect from people that are karmic in nature, that have to put you in repeated karmic cycles and you keep learning lessons with them and they make you feel small or they make you feel like you're not enough. And put your health first. Put your health first. Stop being in denial and put your health first. Yeah. For some of you, again, I don't know if you've been in denial about this person dealing with other people, but not trying to scare anybody in this pile. I'm not trying to scare anybody, whether you're a man or a woman. This advice is for you. Some of y'all need to get a checkup. Some of y'all need to get a checkup. Some of y'all might need to get some form of a testing or a checkup, because I don't know if this person is thinking of you all the time. All right. So that's all that I have. Woo, this reading is getting heavy. That's all that I have, people, in this reading. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Hi, pile 6. Last but not least, you're the pile that chose image 6. Before we actually get into your pile, let's get into the numbers and signs that are most relevant in this pile. But also, if you guys didn't notice already, this is a collab reading that I'm doing with the lovely Planet J, J of Planet J. So if you guys want to check out her portion of this collab, definitely click the link in my description box as well as the comments to go to her portion of the reading. If you're coming from her channel to see my read, thank you so much for being over here. If you enjoy it, definitely subscribe and things like that for more content. But let's get into this last message. This reading has been so interesting, and honestly, I pray I'm not triggering you guys. I pray I'm not triggering you guys, because even some of these messages, I'm sure I'm probably going to watch this reading back to choose a pile myself. And, you know, if I can't pick it off of intuition, I'm going to do a random number generator, and I don't know what's going to come out. But this pile in particular, this message could potentially be triggering as well. But I don't want you to be triggered, because it really is not going to... It really isn't a reflection of who you are as a person or anything like that. I just feel like this is something that you need to hear. Okay, so numbers that are significant. I'm seeing 15, 37, 43, 46, 42, and 17. Okay, somebody could be a Cancer or Gemini, a Scorpio or Libra, a Cancer or Leo, a Scorpio or Libra again, Cancer, Gemini, Leo, Virgo. Somebody could be a Pisces moon. Somebody could also be a Sagittarius moon. I'm also seeing Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Libra in specific. Okay. Now, what are you forcing in this pile? Pile 6. Some of you are forcing something when it comes to your spiritual practices or spiritual beliefs or your spiritual identity in general. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm the type of person that definitely does feel overwhelmed by the things that I see on social media, by certain energies that I come into contact with. So it's completely understandable if you need to pull your energy back and focus on yourself for a second. However, somebody in this pile does that repeatedly. Like, I'm getting something here about a cycle of you pulling your energy back from people to connect closer to spirit. Now, mind you, this is a reading about shadow work and things like that. But I almost get the vibe that somebody in this pile, you may be using your spirituality as a crutch. Okay? You may be using your spirituality as a crutch of some sort for a lack of confidence that you have when it comes to connecting with people. This could be a hobby for you. You know, maybe some of you are tarot readers. Maybe some of you are watching a lot of tarot. Maybe some of you, like to meditate, go to the beach. You're doing all kinds of things, mystical things, whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. But most good spiritualists will tell you that there is always a balance. Everything needs balance. And when you are someone that is so engulfed in spiritual things to the point where, like, you might be one of, like, the people who are like borderline toxic positivity type vibes, or, you know, I'm just so different, I can't be around people, whatever it is, it can start to teeter into like spiritual narcissism. Okay. So somebody in this pile, I kind of get the vibe that, like, I don't think that you are a narcissist. I can't diagnose you with anything. But do you fixate so much on your spirituality and separate yourself so much from people because of your connection to spirit that it can come off as very self-absorbed? Yes. And that's why I said, low-key, sometimes I think that I can be guilty of this myself, because my immediate reaction to weird energy is to retreat. I'm always going to retreat. I'm always going to pull back, and I'm always going to try to focus on myself. But somebody in this pile in particular, it really is getting in the way of growth that you're meant to experience outside of your spiritual path. Not that your spiritual path isn't important at all times, but I'm getting like there's lighter sides of life. Somebody in here, you are digging deep and isolating a lot. Like this pile might do shadow work a lot. And it could be because you actually have to do it, but for others of you, it's like it almost feels like somebody wants to, I don't know. Somebody wants to have the best connection with spirit, like better than anybody else's connection. Like somebody could be comparing their connection to spirit to other people, and they're like, my connection is deeper than your connection, and I'm a better spiritualist than you. I'm a better reader than you. I'm getting somebody, if you carry that type of energy, if you've caught yourself being that way recently, even if you're like talking to people and you're like, oh, well, that's why I don't go to events like that because of this. And if you do that, then you must be a bad person. Like this is borderline giving no shade, no tea. It's giving religious. It's giving religious. I feel like religious people, if they aren't actually very self-aware, can be very judgmental. So if you are an actual spiritualist, you know, there's a part of you that feels a bit more on the religious side. Like some of you are dividing people or separating yourself from people because you feel like your path is better than somebody else's path and is better than this and that and all of this stuff. And I don't think that that is benefiting you. I don't know if you're doing this because you want people to know how connected you are. I don't know if you're doing this because, again, there's a fear here of not being as connected to other people. I don't know if there's a desire for you to just close out all the cycles you've ever came into contact with. And it's like, little do you know the cycles are closed. You're just blocking off connection. But there's an energy here of you needing to shift more into a space of trusting your gut and focusing on whatever it is that you feel confident in. Okay, like even if you are a reader, not everything needs a reading. Not everything needs a card pull. Not everybody needs to figure out, like you don't need to figure out everything. Person in this reading, whoever you are, you don't need to know everything. Some things are meant to be experienced. Some of y'all are trying to bypass lessons by like tapping further into your spiritual gifts or getting the reading or, you know, isolating to do all this different stuff. And it's like, you would be better off living your life. Some of you are meant to be finding a good balance between work and connecting with people. There may be people that you need to be connecting with right now that you're not connecting with, because you're telling yourself that you're better than these people, or you're telling yourself that you're more connected to God than these people, to spirit than these people, or, you know, I'm not saying that every bad or shady person is someone that you need to consider, but some of y'all know, if you really took a second to step back, some of you would know that there are people around you that aren't bad people. They aren't. And just because they're not always locked into spirituality, how you might be, doesn't mean that they are bad people. Sometimes people go out. Sometimes people drink. Sometimes people smoke. Sometimes people, I don't know, make jokes that are inappropriate. Sometimes people are being human, and that doesn't mean that they are a bad person. Now, if there are like really serious fundamental things that you just don't align with, like I said, drinking and smoking may not be your thing. Okay, don't hang out with people that drink and smoke. But still try to hang out with people. Still try to connect with people. Still find other hobbies outside of you just connecting to your spirituality. Some of y'all may benefit from going to like the gym, or not saying anything's wrong with how you look, but like you need an outlet. You would benefit from going to the gym. You would benefit from watching more things that are funny or humorous, like lighthearted things. You would benefit from getting into yoga or starting a new hobby or something like that, or dating. Somebody in this pile, you might benefit from dating, like meeting people. Meeting people that challenge you, meeting people that really want to offer you something of value. For some of you, I do feel like there's somebody in your energy that you don't want to connect with. There's people that you do want to connect with, but then there's other people that you don't want to connect with. And if you really don't want to connect with someone, don't. It's as simple as that. No need to read into it. No need to pull extra cards. If you know someone is not who you're meant to be aligning with, don't align with that person. Don't connect with that person. Because 9 times out of 10, I mean, even though I'm picking up on this vibe where somebody in here could be, playing holier than thou, that doesn't mean your intuition's wrong, people in the reading. I'm not saying that you're like inaccurate or anything like that. Some of y'all, you could be very accurate. There are shady people that have been in your energy. There are people that you were meant to pull your energy back from. There are people that you've been in cycles with that you need to stay away from, that will help you perpetuate the same cycle and all of that. But then it's like, there's another side of the coin where you've isolated so much that you might be telling yourself, like, I'm the only person like this. I'm the only person with these kinds of gifts. I'm the only person with this type of perspective. Even my best friend shady, like everybody around me is shady. Everybody around me is not on my level. Everything is off. And like, you might really be telling yourself that. And I don't think that's true. I don't see that as being true. The cycle that you need to close out, what's the cycle about? Some of y'all could even be judging people off of like what they're wearing or how they're showing up. Like, the cycle that you need to close out, for some of y'all, who is this? Is this them? Major Arcana if this is them. Major Arcana if this is them. For some of you, you need to forgive a younger version of yourself. There is a younger version of yourself that you don't want to become, or a cycle from your past that you don't want to repeat. A version of yourself that you may have been when you were in an old relationship, or a version that you may have been, oh my God, a version of yourself that you may have been in an old job or in school or in an old belief system even. Like, some of y'all could some of you probably were triggered by me saying it's giving religion, because some of you really fight very hard to not come off religious or to not be seen as religious. Like, some of you are trying to break away from religion. And you've taken the same type of thought patterns that religious people have and brought it to spirituality. And now you're just as like, divided or judgy or possibly even prejudiced as some religious people. When it comes to spirituality, there's a belief that all of us are connected to a higher power, regardless of whatever it is that you choose to label yourself as, whether you're Buddhist or you believe in Judaism or you are Christian or whatever it is. Regardless of what your title is, spiritual people believe that we are all connected to a higher power. No title, If you want to label it as God, we can label it as God, but no real title, no real gender to it. It just is source energy. God, source, universe, goddess, right? We're connecting to that energy. And some of you know this, but for some reason you're coming up as someone that, like, I don't know, in order for you to move away from whatever type of experiences or beliefs you had in the past, you've just became this person that like doesn't connect with others, and or just feels so disconnected from others that you can't find anyone on your same level. Or like, I'm getting, you need to be more playful, Pile 6. How should you flow? You should be more playful. You should connect with more people that are doing things outside of just focusing on their healing journey. You can have fun and not be focused on your healing journey. Like, go out dancing. You don't have to drink or anything. Just go out dancing. Have a dance party. I don't know. I feel like somebody in here might be like, the music in the club is just too low vibe. Like, somebody in here, you might be like, the music in the club is just too low vibe. And that's okay. That's okay if you believe that. If you believe that it's too low vibe, have a dance party. That's why I said have a dance party. Have a dance party. If you feel like going out to the restaurant is weird because they might be using their own types of ingredients and you don't trust people and all of this stuff, make a really nice meal and invite somebody over. You know, go to your friend that's having the dinner party. Go to that dinner party. Go hang out with the people at the library. Go, I don't know, go to the beach. Like, start that new hobby. Start that new project. Do something that helps you connect with other people and connect more with yourself outside of your spiritual identity. Because you are more than that. You are more than that. You're not just a spiritualist. You are Pile 6. Okay? And you are healed, Pile 6. You don't got to keep healing and healing and healing. Some of y'all, I mean, you are healing. Everybody's going to be in a continuous journey of healing. But there's things that you might still feel like you're healing from that I don't know if you're still healing from. I think you're just afraid to connect with people now. Maybe you should test out the healing. Maybe you need to go out there and see how you respond to people or how you interact with people. And then you'll really know how healed you are. Okay, but this whole isolating and, you know, assuming that you know more than other people before you connect, or assuming that you are not going to connect with people because you're so different, that's got to stop. That's got to stop. This Aquarius energy wants you to connect with more people. There's so many more people in the world than the people from your past. So stop assuming that everybody is like the people from your past. Okay? That's all that I have, Pile 6. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance.